In this video, I'm going to give a sneak preview of some of the new features found in version 1.1 of GeoStrings. So when you first load the app, you get a list of your active GeoStrings, which are the reminders that you've set for yourself. Wouldn't it be nice if I could view all these different tasks on a single map to visually depict where they're located in relation to my current position? And now I can with the new map icon. So here are all my different tasks in relation to my current position. And where this is going to be handy is when you have errands that you have to run. Like for instance, let's say I need to buy some socks. I can determine where I'm going to run that errand, in relation to where my other tasks are located. So instead of going to downtown down here or going to the mall, I may decide to go to the department stores which are located right here because I know that I'm going to be driving by some of my tasks. So let me zoom in. So as I'm driving to the department store, I'm going to get reminded to pick up the photos at the CVS pharmacy. GeoStrings is going to remind me to pick up some lettuce and cucumbers, and it's going to remind me to buy some movie tickets at the cinema. So I'm going to have a very productive day because I've used GeoStrings, I've used the mapping function to determine where my tasks are located in relation to my errands. So if I go back to the list, as you can see here with just a basic static list, I'm not going to be able to easily determine where my tasks are located. But if I look at a visual map, it's going to be very easy for me to determine. Also, when I'm viewing the map, as I'm panning and zooming around, if I want to get back to my current position, all I have to do is tap here and I'm back to my current position. I can also view the map in satellite mode or in road map mode. So that's how you view your tasks on a single map. Incidentally, you can also view your inactive GeoStrings, your favorite GeoStrings, or your whole GeoString history list, which are all the tasks that you've ever completed using the GeoStrings app on a single map, if you'd like to do that. So it's not just your active GeoStrings. Speaking of GeoStrings, let me go ahead and add one. Another new feature of GeoStrings in version 1.1 is being able to select locations via map input. So before you can do a business search, or you can do an address search, a contact search, or you can view your favorites or history. Now you can go to the map and select locations directly on the map. So let's say I need to do an oil change coming up, and I want to mark all the different places that that do oil changes around town. Now I know where they are. Visually I know where they are around town, but I don't remember some of the names of the locations, and I don't know exactly what street they're on. But I know just by looking around that there's one right around here. Let's say here, tire shop, and that's the tire shop. Maybe there's one here. Let me zoom in here. Yeah, it's right around there. Auto center, and maybe there's one up here. Yeah, right near Greenview, maybe there's one. Auto Superstore. I'm just making these up, by the way. So anyways, I've quickly added 3 locations. I can add as many as I want on the map without having to know the exact names of the places and the exact addresses. And so that's going to be a handy feature for people. And another useful feature, or another useful use of that, is to quickly mark intersections or exits on a highway. So this is a highway, Interstate 40. So let's say, near 210, I want to mark an exit for on 40 to 210. That's a tongue twister. I could go ahead and just do that. 210 on I-40. And now I've added that as a location. And there'd be, other than a map input, there's probably no way to search for that using a business search, because there is no business there. So that's another use of that. Other things you could do on here. Let's say I determine that this is not the correct location. I could go ahead and just move that and drag that to anywhere I'd like. And I could do that with any of these, of course. I could save my current position as a location as well by tapping it and naming it home or whatever. And now it's showing up as a blue push pin. And so now that's a location. And I can delete it if I want. And now it's not a location anymore. And I can delete this one. And that's no longer a location. Also, oops, I didn't want that. Another thing you could do on here is satellite view, which I mentioned before, and where this is going to be useful is if I want to zoom in, and I'm not quite sure where it is. I could visually, maybe I know that the building is shaped like a U. Oh, that's the one. Okay, I can tap that, and that's the U-shaped building that I was looking for. So now if I go back, all those different locations that I've added have been added to my GeoString. And I don't know what task, some task. Let me add that. And now some task has been added with all those different locations. So I was able to use the mapping function for that. Another use of the mapping function is when you're doing a business search. So it's searching for my city and state. In a few seconds it'll find that. And that's basically so that when it'll fill it in for me so I don't have to type it in. It's using the phone's GPS. But anyways, here's the business search. Let me search for, let's search for Target. Okay, there's 2 targets. Now, let's say I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's New Center Drive. I don't know if it's Causeway Drive. What I could do is I could pull it up on the map, and here are the 2 different locations. And I could quickly determine which one I want to go. I know it's not the one at Wrightsville Beach, so I know that this one must be the one that I'm looking for. So what I could do is I could zoom in. Maybe I can go to satellite view, just quickly look at it. Oh yeah, that's it. There's this huge parking lot, and here's the parking lot. Yeah, that's definitely the one. So let me go ahead and select that one. All right, so that's the one on New Center Drive. And I'll go back, and now that's been selected. And now it's been added to my history. So if I go there, and there it is, New Center Drive. So it's a way to use the mapping function to quickly determine which of the locations in your business search results are the correct ones. Speaking of business search, let me do another one here. Let me do, Walmart, okay. Now, in the new version of GeoStrings 1.1, the first result in the list is actually going to be the one that's closest to your current position. And that wasn't the case in previous versions of GeoStrings. The sort order was kind of random or semi-random. But now, this one is going to be the one that's closest to your location, and this one's going to be the one farthest away from your location. So that's another way that the new version of GeoStrings is going to help you quickly home in on the locations that you're really searching for. So if you know that the particular Walmart that you want is the one that's near you, then if I don't happen to know that that's the road, but I know that that's the one closest to me, then that's probably the one I'm looking for. And I could even pull that up on the map, and there it is. And I can just quickly zoom in. And, oh, I have a reminder pop up. Let me snooze that. But I can quickly zoom in and see if that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. It's near Market, near New Center Drive. So that's good. Let me break out of that, and now I've added Walmart to the locations. And where was it? There it is. So those are some of the new features of GeoStrings, and look out for version 1.1 to come out very soon, and I hope you enjoy some of these new features.